All right, guys. Today we're going to be working with cosines. We're going to build off what we learned this week already with sine, but instead look at cosine. So the first thing I need you to do is I need you to turn on your calculator. All right. And we need to make sure our mode is in degrees so that you're getting the correct answers today. Okay. Let me adjust this real quick. There we go. Okay. So you're going to hit the mode button here. And then down here where it says radian and degree, we want to make sure degree is the one that is highlighted. Then we can go back to our original screen. Okay, so once we have that, we're going to look at 7.1.4, where we're going to use our knowledge of right triangles again to develop some understanding about cosine. All right, so the first thing here, we have a unit circle. So we know that this is a measure of 1. Okay, we want to find what our base is this time. So this is my base. So I want to know what this is. And I am also going to use what I've already learned about sine. So I know sine is my height here because I want the coordinate x, y. And sine, again, is my y. Okay, so we need to find x here or our base to plug in here. So the first thing we know is that we can, again, use sine. So I can put in my calculator sine of 34 to figure out what the height of this triangle is. So I do sine of 34. I get 0.56. So I know that that's the height here. Okay. So using what we know about triangles, we can set up this right triangle and find that base using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so we have, this is 0.56, this is 1. So this is our A side, this is B, and this is C. So A squared plus 0.56 squared equals 1 squared. So we have A squared plus gives me 0.31 equals 1. I can subtract, and that gives me A squared equals 0.69. To find what that side length is, I can do the square root, and A equals the square root of 0.69, which gives me 0.83. So my x is 0.83. Okay. Now remember, with sine, we used the opposite and the hypotenuse. This time for x, we needed the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So which of our trig functions uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine. All right. So what you're going to do is use this information to help you create your unit circle today. So again, our sine gives us our y coordinate and our cosine gives us our x. If you haven't written that in your notes already, do that. So sine is our that is our y coordinate. Let me erase this. Bear with me. It's been a while since I've had to videotape. So sine gives me my y, where cosine gives me my x. All right. So if we know the sine of an angle on the unit circle, we can find its cosine as well. So what we're going to do first is we are going to look at, let's say we have our sine here. So we know sine of 34 equals our opposite over our adjacent side. Opposite over hypotenuse side.